Hey, it's Chocobo, and welcome to another Clue Scroll opening video. This will be a 3-part series on loot from 300 hard clues. Unfortunately, the day before I actually finished off all of these Clue Scrolls, Fuse released a video of him completing 300 hard clues. So the timing's a little awkward, but it's not the end of the world. He's got a really cool channel. If you haven't seen his clue video yet, go ahead and watch it after this one for sure. He got insanely lucky. Since I am not an Iron Man, I just went ahead and bought a bunch of magpie implings, and a magpie impling has a 1 in 50 chance of dropping a hard clue, so I actually went and bought a total of about 15,000 for all 300 clues. I'll go ahead and have that big breakdown at the end of the third part of this series, but for this one, you can assume I opened around 5,500 magpies or so for all 100. If you are interested in farming hard clues, but you don't want to go ahead and spend a bunch of money, Wilderness Slayer with a Ring of Wealth eye is really good, as well as just barraging the jellies in the Catacombs of Corrent. So already I was off to a really good start. I got a pair of Ancient D'hide boots, which are worth around 750k, as well as a pair of Armadillo boots, which is a total of already like 2 million GP. Plus I got that master clue. From 100 hard clues, you should expect to get around 6 or 7 total master clues, because they're only a 1 in 15 drop rate. If you're wondering why the loot tracker shrunk, I decided that all of the basic items like rune full helms, rune plate bodies, etc., I would go ahead and track those, but I wouldn't display them on the screen. Otherwise, the loot tracker would be way too tall for this video. Also, when you hide items on the loot tracker, it kind of messes up the counter at the top of it, so don't worry too much about that. Just look at my clues in my inventory to see how many I have left. Doing these big clue openings makes me really want to go and do this on my Iron Man. It just kind of sucks because if I get masters, there are a lot of steps that I can't actually do yet, such as getting a Bandos God Sword and or Armadillo Helmet, so I'll have to go back to God Wars to get those first. Assuming one day I get Third Age, I think it would be way cooler to get one on my Iron Man than on this account. Although it will go in the collection log, I think having the actual item on the account would be way more fun. Knowing my luck though, it'll either be Vambraces or a Coif. I also got like a starter pack Iron Man clue there, which was a Rune Defender ornament kit as well as a Glory trimmed. I know that when I was starting my Iron Man and I wasn't that high of a level, getting a Glory was a pain in the butt, and honestly having that ornament defender would be really nice too. Another item that was kind of underplayed just because its value isn't very much is that Black Dragon Mask. If I was on my Iron Man, this would be one of the best items I could get from a hard clue because it is needed for a master clue step, as well as that Bandos plate body, which is also needed with that BGS step. I really like the idea of needing to complete the lower tier clue scrolls to get items for the higher tier clues, such as that Black Dragon Mask and Bandos plate body. However, this is not always the case. It is kind of frustrating that the Rune H Shields and Rune Heraldic Helm are needed for hard clue steps when they're rewarded from hard clues themselves. I find that to be kind of a little bit of a design flaw because this change was made before Iron Man mode was released, but that's kind of just the restrictions that I guess we all chose when signing up to the mode. I'm very surprised that I only managed to receive 3 total masters from these first 100 hard clues. That is really under the drop rate. That's under half of what I was expected to get. I did get a unique, which was the Hood of Darkness, but they're really not worth anything, and then I decided I might as well open 5 hard clues on my hardcore Iron Man just for the sake of doing it, and unfortunately no notable drops. The first price check surprisingly came in at over 10 million, but that does not mean that it will actually sell for this. We need to actually sell everything off and see if everything goes for their given value. And as I always do, I fast forwarded through selling everything, and everything did actually sell for the estimated amount, and I received a total of 10 mil and 78k. As we all know with Clue Scrolls, you get a ton of items, and the second price check came in at 2 mil and 37k, and surprisingly, these items actually sold for more than their estimated value, and I got a total of around 2 mil and 70k. The third inventory price check coming in at 363k. Now is where we start getting into the items I doubt sell for very much, and I totally don't expect to get this amount. And as expected, I got around 325k, so a little bit less. And some final hard clue items coming in at 17.2k. Obviously not worth too much, but every little bit adds up. In total, the cash pile comes out to be 12.2 1.483 mil just from the hard clues. But we're not done here, we still have to sell off all the master stuff now. The total of the 3 masters comes out to be 967k. It's pretty sad to think that it's under a mil with a unique item, but that's just kind of how it goes with masters. And since I really wasn't dealing with too many uniques, I did end up getting around what I expected, which was 960k. Since I'm not doing an exact breakdown of my loss or profits yet, I wanted to just give you guys an example of how much I estimate I made or lost. Around 5,500 magpie implings were used to get the 100 clue scrolls, and that's around 87 mil. But you actually get a lot of that money back from the magpie implings, and in total from just opening enough implings to receive 135 hard clues, I managed to get around 106 mil or so. If you break that down, I probably did end up losing money still, but it really isn't as bad as it might seem. Before I forget, if you could hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. We just broke 7,000 subscribers, and I plan on having a lot of videos out this month. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.